But I think a lot of what people have perceived as like intimidation or bullying to Caitlyn Clark is just hooping. It's what you do. Like somebody's going to let you walk in there and take their spot.
Caitlyn Clark strikes me as the kind of person who's like, the more heat, the more adversity, the more determined she gets.
Absolutely.
The more dangerous she's going to get on the court.
Yeah.
So there's probably a part of her that's like, come on, bring it on.
Yeah, I think she thrives off that.
Angel Reese the same way.
Yeah, there was this whole controversy about her not making the Olympic team. And for me personally, like, I don't know enough about the WNBA to like, which I think is another thing. People need to stay in their lane. Like, if you haven't really been watching the WNBA, you probably don't have much to comment on. But I think it made sense to me because I was like, man, if I were one of those players who was on like a vet who was definitely going to make the team, I don't want to spend the entire Olympics experience answering questions about one of my rookie teammates. Like, I was like, I get why she's not on there. I'm not saying like they had the idea of like kicking her off or keeping her off or gatekeeping her. It's more like, I'm sure they were relieved, like, dang, so we don't have to spend the entire Olympic journey.
Somebody else can be the focus.
Yeah, like now we can like focus on winning and we can win the goal, which they did, you know, things like that. So
yeah, but I mean, listen, the boundary marking from the people who were ticked off and commented on Caitlyn Clark simply liking a post.
Isn't that wild?
Like this is
it's not like she endorsed her. She
no,
liked the post.
It was literally clicking like on a post, and which could mean a lot of different things, right? But it was just a click. But what I think was happening was, yeah, it's just quote unquote just trolling on social media, but also it can be seen as a kind of power play to determine who's in and who's out,
for sure,
who represents white folk and who doesn't, and where you can even put your likes
exactly
on social media, which is it's sad. It's sad that you got to find any kind of way to assert power, dominance, and relevance.
It's sad. Well, here's another question for Patreon.